Hello, everyone. It has been an interesting day. I would say that it has not been an interesting day, but it has been one of those interesting days. Um, as you know, we did have someone get assaulted on their way to their car. Um, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion from someone who's been inside security before. And seen all of the cameras. Plus, anytime you go to a base, I will be completely honest. You will see cameras on every corner. You will see cameras installed in lights. I promise you, there's no way that they weren't watching it and enjoying that moment. As horrible as that sounds, because if you do nothing, you're just as culpable. That is one thing I have learned in all of this. If you do absolutely nothing, you're just as culpable. And if not, I'm going to be, it wouldn't take much for you to give a homeless man, you offer a homeless man $10, $20, $100. They don't care about fighting. I've noticed that in a lot of different areas in LA. I've noticed every time they like to sit there and say that, oh, I gave this homeless man, $50 and he fought this guy. Yeah, because they're starving. They're starving and they're hungry and they're lonely and they just want somewhere warm to sleep. So a lot of times, now I know I haven't said hi to everybody. I will absolutely say hi to everybody. Carrie has a massive migraine today, so she will not be helping. But we do have the amazing Red here, so I want to say thank you to everyone that is here. If you have questions, please say the word question, say the word comment, any of that information, and we will get on. I will try to get to every single question as best I can. I promise everybody. Let's see. Summer Savage. I'm convinced it was a plant to steal his phone, to give it to OSA so they could hack his contact or who he watches. It is absolutely possible. I would not doubt that for a second. I watched Aaron's live, and if any of you have not had a chance to see Aaron's live, please definitely go see it. Because do I think that they had a part in it? Absolutely. Now, yes, this weekend went as well as it could have gone. All his friends showed up. They signed the book. They had a great time. Everybody was cheerful. It was one of those moments where you're just like, this is what it was supposed to be. This is what his services were supposed to be. This is the love that he was supposed to receive, not shunning his daughter or treating his daughter like garbage. That's what he was supposed to receive. Yes, Scientology is the lowest of the low. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mary, I just don't believe the man was a homeless man. It just doesn't sit right with me. See, if it doesn't sit right, if something doesn't sit right, if something doesn't smell right, it's probably not right. Because the chances of him, do you have a $2? Do you have $1? Oh, you have a phone? Like, they don't suddenly jump into theft. Like, it doesn't just, I've walked. Now, honestly, yes, Bam. Honestly, if it was Skid Row, then I would say, yeah, there's a good chance if you're pulling out your phone and you're talking on it, or if you're flashing diamonds, a Rolex watch, yes. That is a huge possibility if you're on Skid Row. If you're not on Skid Row, and which we all know that Scientology has ridiculous amounts of security guards patrolling around and around and around, and cameras everywhere. That's just what they do. And I guarantee you they either caught it on camera or, what if it wasn't a homeless man at all? What if it was an actual Sea Org member dressed in their civvies? Because that is a huge possibility, because you know what? They're sitting there and saying that we're spewing hate. But the truth of the matter is, we're not spewing any hate. We're just telling you exactly how it looks and exactly what we went through. If he was a true homeless, he would have taken shoes, wallet, etc. Not just want to punch and take a phone. Exactly. They're looking, a friend of mine told me, because I had to ask a friend, basically what her opinion was. And she works with a lot of the homeless here. And her opinion was, if nothing was stolen, like not a wallet, keys, shoes, sweatshirts to stay warm. They just don't they don't just walk up and suddenly say, "Oh, give me, give me, give me." No, because most of the time they're quiet. They're human beings, they're people. A lot of times they just are looking for a meal, they're looking for somewhere warm to sleep. They're still human beings, and kindness is free. So the idea that they would sit there and try to placate this off as this was, some homeless man, I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that it was not planned or orchestrated by Scientology for a second. So for those of you that have emailed, don't worry. Um, Let me hit this comment up. Corruption investigation, that is. Yeah, we would love a corruption investigation. I would love to know why it's okay for Scientology to pay police officers overtime and get special treatment when that is not how any treatment goes anywhere else in the United States. It's this beautiful thing called the Constitution. It's got the beautiful amendments. It's got, it's a beautiful thing, people, when you actually sit down and read it. And I'm spending a lot more time reading it because I want to make sure that I'm reciting the same information. But yes, the corruption needs to be investigated, Amy, because it's thick. It's so thick you're like swimming through it. You have to shovel through it. It's and the idea that hold on one second. Grounded in truth. It seems a bit because it is off. It's not really how it works. It is off. It just doesn't sit right. Super Pup, $2 to $1 phone so he can call someone because it's cold out there doesn't add up. Exactly. It tastes fishy. It is really gross. Why isn't the media covering it? Scared? Bribes? Could be all of the above, being completely honest. Because you know what? The news outlets don't want to upset the celebrities. They also don't want a lawsuit. But let's be realistic. Just because Scientology has money doesn't mean they would win in a lawsuit. They have to prove laws, just like everyone else. Just because they get twisted, dirty lawyers doesn't mean anything. It's just a twisted, dirty human being. Okay. Not just a Northern Girl. In all the weeks they've been streaming around Blue, not once have they seen or run into a homeless person, especially out in torrential downpour. Yeah, the idea that this person was not only homeless, but they're sitting out there in the rain, getting wet, which means most likely their only clothes are drenched. So you're telling me that this person's going to put themselves where they have to sit in the cold and what? Make a phone call? No, I absolutely believe that was to get his phone. That was absolutely to get his phone. That is why I posted, if anybody can help him get a phone that, or help contribute $1, $2, whatever you can spare. Everything adds up. So that way we can potentially get him a new phone. I've heard from quite a few people that he is very hurt, that it's not just like a little nick or black eye, that it's, his body is hurting. DNV 1983. Hello, it's just in Reese's channel. Wow. How is Reese doing? Okay. Amy, shouldn't COS be trying to save these so-called homeless? They will never save a homeless person. I promise you, they're considered degraded beings. And degraded being is basically the lowest of the low. Like, you're like a step above a homosexual, step above a masturbator when you're homeless. Like when it's cold outside, now you won't see it right now because right now they're recording everything. And I am so proud of all of the Squirrel Squad. I am so proud of everyone out there because they're recording every little bit. And if you sit there and you see someone being hosed down when it is freezing outside, that's time that you stand up and say, really? Really? That's what you guys are going to do? Okay. I see quite a few new faces. It is flying a little faster than normal. Are you sure? Hey, also over from Reese. Hi from Alaska. Ooh, it is cold there. Okay. We have Mary. he was beaten up, had to have stitches in his head. Yeah, the idea, stitches in your head. Let me tell you, I've had staples and that shit hurts. But you know what? They don't just do it on a whim. They do it because that you have to. So that means that his head was lacerated at least an inch or more. That is what they have to do for stitches. Now, if it's deeper, then they have to go the staple route. And if there's any nurses in here, they'll be able to prove that. But that was my head, experience. Now I know I wanted to at least get to this. A lot of you are sending love and condolences for all of it. I want to be completely honest and upfront. I'm still having a hard time with the fact that there was someone out there that could have stopped the abuse for me. They could have stopped the abuse for Miriam. They could have done so much more and instead did nothing. And now it's like crickets. And it's, I getting blocked or things being deleted. I don't care. It's crickets. Now, the idea that it is crickets right now is so thoroughly appalling. That means someone knew what they were doing was wrong. Someone knew. Okay. Aaron, Liz, Lara, Nora have a link to streets. Yes, I threw it up in I believe in the community tab. So that way it would also be listed. Because I want everyone to be able to help if they can. Now, as you know, we are going down there. Again, don't worry, we're being safe. Everything's good. Chow Young Smut, I keep hearing my name. I haven't said your name yet. But hi, Chow Young Smut. Nice to see you. Lady, where have you been? It's been so long. How am I? I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. I've literally been, crickets. I've literally been doing the best that I can with finding out that someone could have saved me many, many, many years ago. And absolutely, of course they knew. They knew and did nothing. How many people did they assign to the RPF? I had a pretty, I want to say a screaming match with my mom, but it was a serious question. When her and I were talking today, I walked up to her and I started having a conversation. I started telling her about what was going on with, finding out this and that, and, nobody stopping this. And she's like, oh, well, I was handled, but here's the thing. She was never handled because it never stopped. So I had to ask my mom, I'm like, while I'm sitting here defending people and trying to be the strong one, I need to know, have you ever assigned anyone to the RPF? Have you ever been responsible for putting someone on the RPF? And she's like, in my career ever? No, I never believed in the RPF because it destroyed people. That's nice to know that it destroys people. I already knew that. But my mom did not assign anyone. So if anyone wants to come back and say that my mom did, don't worry, it's impossible. And there's not a lot of things that I doubt, or believe from my mom, but I guarantee you she would not lie to me about that. She'll lie to me about discipline. Question, Liz, who could have saved you? Did you just find out about it? Sorry for my ignorance. Jane, there is no ignorance in a question, I promise. Each one of us are here because we have questions. So the ignorance that I had was I did not know that Mike Rinder was in charge of Florida or Flag Land Base when my mother and I were there. When my mother was caught beating the living crap out of me, and then an ethics officer had come and asked me if that was true. So I confessed everything, every broken bone, every black eye, every smack, closed fist. I confessed it all. I just word vomited everything, thinking this guy was going to save me. But instead, we got sent back to Los Angeles, where she was handed the title, the LRH Com for AOLA. Now, the idea that someone would pretend that they're giving me information trying to rescue my dad and know full well that they played a part in it and didn't just say, you know what, hey, I played a part in it and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what happened to you. I'm sorry that you had to go through that, because that would have been nice. I'm not saying that you have to make up for it or you have to, do all this other stuff. I'm just saying just owning it would have been nice. Finding out from some other person really sucks. because some of the executives I respected and I thought cared for me. I thought they loved me. I honestly thought that they were my friends. They were my family. And, listening to Miriam and all the pain that she went through, I have zero shits left to give. Zero. Um, Make it make sense. Liz, I don't know all of your story, just parts. I'm curious why or how you still speak to your mother. I mean, no offense, nothing but love for you. The reason I still speak to my mother is because I promised my Nana that I would be better. I promised myself that I would be better. And she's honestly not the same person. She's never going to raise a hand to me again. She may never own what she did, but she has no one, nor will I let her be on the street. That's not an option for me. That's not something that I could live with or live with myself. Someone's bad in the past, just own what you've done and be able to move forward. My story is pretty unique. My story is also very similar to others. I grew up extremely abused, extremely left alone, and no one gave a shit about. I grew up on the PAC base, and my mom was the LRH comm of AOLA as well as flag. But, I have to be better. I have to be better. Adventure awaits. I'm so upset. It took over 30 minutes for the police to show up. When they were just there, even a short amount of time, cops showed up, BS calls, hunting ducks. Yeah. The idea that they've even making a statement of hunting ducks, like we're what? We go from dogs to fleas to keyboard warriors to ducks. Now we're ducks. This isn't duck hunt. This isn't you get to play God. This is literally someone was beat up, and instead of actually doing your sworn duty, you decided to dick around. Well, now it's fuck around and find out time. Because you know what? We're all going down there. And once we go down there, I know Aaron is making sure Chris is okay. I know he live streamed from Surges because he saw the beautiful colors. But I'm so proud that he's there. I'm so proud that he's showing people what we didn't have a lot of: love, compassion, respect. Let's see. DNV, Liz, you're a wonderful person for still giving your mom a chance. She went low and you're going higher. Absolutely. I will try to take the higher path and higher route when it comes to anything. I can only do my best. Hold on. Let me star something real quick. I'm going to have to grab it. Destiny, Liz, you have so much love to give. Thank you for sharing with us. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Pup groomer. Tao even caught the cops admitting on camera that COS calls get priority over all calls. Why? When they can't even show respect to the people inside, they get priority for what? For the harassment? Well, then if you can't handle what you're dishing out, because let's be realistic, everybody, Scientology is the one that's dishing it out, but they can't handle when it's back in their face, because then it's pointing a nice little spotlight on them. Yes, please smash the like button. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I know it is helping. I am almost to 4,000. I am doing my best to make it to 4,000 before I go down there. And you know what? Thank you everyone who helped contribute, and even those that just gave support. Hold on, let me grab something real quick. I want to say thank you to everyone. I've received a bunch of packages. I got the laptop cleaning kit. Of course, you can't see it, and then I got this amazing high-tech lens for my camera. So that way we are fully prepared. We're fully prepared. Okay. Inappropriate heifer, or did let me grab the first one. I might be missing it. Or did someone know Chris was going to get assaulted and they wanted to make it look like they're the benevolent with the call? I don't know. To me, it seemed more of a setup on Chris because one, he was alone, and two, he, anytime you're alone, that's Scientology's way. That's their prime time of making up shit. You know, whether it's me, whether it's Nora, it's their prime time. The LAP gets big donations. LAPD, yes, they get huge donations. That's why they're put there first, and it's disgusting. Question, forgot when you guys are going to LA. The plan is the 24th. So today, I don't even have my watch on, everybody. Today is, I believe, the 21st. Someone can probably correct me. Or I'm sorry, the 5th. Today's the 5th. If it's the 21st, I'd be a little panicked right now. I'm not gonna lie. But we're doing our best. Kelly, Liz, please make sure you have a good tripod for that big lens. I do. I have a beautiful tripod. The Notorious makes the camera unsteady, so the tripod is required. I definitely have an amazing tripod because I love my camera. Comment, Modern Dancer, watched your story the other night, breaks my heart. You're a strong survivor. Say Bob Ferris. Yeah, I want my dad. They can give me my dad. For everything that they've done to me and my friends, they can absolutely give me my dad. Now let me grab this starred comment. And if I missed anything, please definitely don't take it personal. I'm clicking on by myself. I'm a clickeroony by myself. Okay, first one I want to show you is Retired Red put in the reminder the SP at Sea Cruise is a go. Everything is all set for you guys. If you have any questions, please see Chow Young Smut community page for details, and there is her website. Please, definitely, if you guys are interested in going, do it. Meet new people. You know, we're all friends here. The least we can do is meet new people. Blake, I think the cops were Scientologists waiting for the live streamers like Chris, and Osa planted the actor to get the green light from the cops to attack them on site to get their phones and delete footage. But here's the thing, whether it's to delete footage, and maybe Osa just doesn't understand, it was already streaming. So no matter what, it's on YouTube forever. So realistically, they can try to hack phones. I've now got like VPNs and everything else under the sun, moon, and stars put on my phone. But we literally, yeah, if that's what their plan was, it failed because we're going to get him a new phone. New England Coast, Liz, you have a loving heart despite the hurt you've endured. I have endured a lot, but the trick is putting a smile on at the end of the day, because you know what? No matter how bad things have gotten, or no matter how bad things will get, I promise I've been through worse, and I still came out of it. And I can still find some kind of way, some ways to smile, whether it be a Pokemon, whether it be baseball, whether it be Harry Potter, whether it be a Twix, you know, only because I ran out of hot tamales. I think I got a hot tamale problem. Okay. Comment, the past tripod was called as a weapon. Oh dear God. Let's be real. I'll write on it. This is a tripod. This is a tripod. Question, have you tried EMDR? I have looked into it. The problem is I am scared of electricity, and kind of scares me a little bit, not going to lie. But other people, you know, one day I will try it. I promise, because I have ridiculous nightmares. Whether I'm back in the Sea Org, whether I'm back as a child getting the shit kicked out of me, whether I'm back reliving my essay, I promise, you know, I've got bad nightmares, and it's not that fun. Tamber, hey there, Liz. Missed you. So glad to see your face. Well, so glad to see you here. Okay. Rather be in Maui. Me too. Can I join you? Duckies came from Chris seeing the Scientologists line up like duckies before boarding their mothership vans. That's hilarious. Laugh out loud. Yeah, they do board, you know, the white vans, and then they go to their special place. It's called home. And then they come back at 7 a.m. But I'm looking forward to them trying to do some stunts like that with us, because we're a lot calmer and we know their tricks. Okay, Julie, I'm new. You seem like such a sweet and lovely person. I hope so. I hope so. I try, you know, the one thing I will always have is kindness is free. It is absolutely free. Renee, I'd expect a church to be willing to offer with providing these high-tech surveillance videos to help. No, they won't. They won't. If Chris or anyone honestly needs the video, they're going to have to get a subpoena, being completely honest. The org looks very harmful, hurtful to others. Yeah. But what the church supports, fair game. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Trying to make sure. Oh, we have Katz Waz. Hi, Liz. I'm a big fan from Australia. Keep up the great work. Thank you so very much. Nerman, civil and human rights are worth fighting for in the U.S. Yes. MLK quoted. That is amazing. Yes. And because let's be honest, a lot of us didn't grow up with knowing about the Constitution, knowing about the amendments. You know, how I didn't even know who the president was when I left the Sea Org. Couldn't have told you. No idea. And, you know, yes, let me grab this one real quick. Yes, the inappropriate heifer, the cameras will mysteriously have malfunctioned. Yep, absolutely. I 100% believe that. And this has been an amazing civil but wonderfully mocking protest. Mocking. I'm not trying to mock anybody because I've been in those uniforms. Now I don't know if I read that wrong, and if I did, I'm truly sorry, but I've been in those uniforms. And let me tell you, behind those walls is literally people that think they're doing the greatest good for the greatest number of dynamics, whether it be first dynamic, second dynamic, third dynamic, fourth, fifth, it doesn't matter. They think as long as if they're destroying their families, it's fine because the group is doing fine. The world is doing fine. It's not. But they sit there and they justify it. And then the problem is people will justify the pain that we've gone through and say it's in the past. It's not in the past if it's still happening today. If people are still being thrown on decks, still being told to dig ditches, or you know what, being thrown into a pool and saying, you know what, you're being thrown overboard. You're not the Navy. You're the fake Navy. You have the fake Navy, you know, all your little stripes, all your little awards. You were never in war. You were never got a Purple Heart. You never earned a single stripe that you have. That is my honest opinion of the stripes, the captains, the admirals, you know, the COBs, the LRH comms. Yeah, I've got a problem with all of them because it's fake. It's a fake Navy. It's absolutely deplorable because when I got out, the first thing that I realized was I'm not good at understanding things. Now I'm sitting here telling you everything of what's going on, and I am starring comments and questions, so I'm trying to do my best, everybody. But when I got out, I literally would do left face, about face, forward, left, you know, and I would try to trick myself into still remembering, yep, how to move my feet, how to about face. And it is 1000% stolen valor because when I met a true Marine, and it is a Marine that deployed multiple times, there was no stolen valor there. His Purple Heart was earned. Okay, let me grab some of these questions. There's just a couple so far, and if I missed you, I'm sorry. I will definitely go back. Just a Northern girl. Question, what is your opinion on whether or not Lil Captain Davy will show up for the Austin Org opening on the 24th? I think he will. I personally think he will because he is conceited like that. He thinks he is the most important man on the face of the earth. He's the one that's clearing the planet. Ooh. Like, let's be realistic. He, in his 5'1" self, he thinks he's doing all the good. And realistically, everybody, we all know he's not. We know that he's not contributing to anybody. He's not helping the homeless. He's not feeding the hungry. He's not doing any of those things but controlling a fake Navy. So hopefully that answered the question. But yeah, I think he'll show up. Skipper, the geriatric Chihuahua. Question, perhaps the people at the universities don't know about the opening, which would be so rude. Should we invite them? Absolutely. I actually know many there, but it's 130 Okay, with people and staff. Yeah, let them know. Let them know that a cult is opening their doors near you. Run far away. If someone tries to talk to you, run. Susan Pete, comment. I watched 1998 2020 show on YouTube. I was horrified at Mike Rinder on there. I could not believe his lies. He is still lying. I think so. I don't know. I would hope not. He's not exactly spilling the truth, but I hope that that changes. I have faith that we can come together and close this place down. I have faith. Whether it's the kids that are doing it, whether it's the second generation, the third generations, I have faith that this can work. And the TikTokers and the Squirrel Squad and everything else that they want to be called. If you want to be called the Squirrel Squad, you are the Squirrel Squad. I don't care, but they're all doing some amazing stuff. Question, Liz, what year did you leave Scientology? 2000. I was 20. It sucked. Okay, and question, Liz, can you please explain about Serge Obolinski? You said he didn't want to make the documentary and you give him money. Yeah, he calls me just to say, hey, I need toiletries. Can you spare a little bit? Can you Zelle me some money? Yeah, buddy, I'll Zelle it to you. To buy stuff for himself, whether it's toilet paper, deodorant. If he asks me, I do it. Because you know what? I grew up with him and he saved me. And when I tell him he's like a brother, he is. He means the world to me. I can't wait to, hopefully I get to see him when I go down there, because that is my plan. And that is what him and I have worked out. As to what he said, he felt like it was an obligation. Now, maybe that's changed from when he originally agreed to it, but I don't know. And those are questions that I would like answered, because for me, it almost feels like someone is using a second gen to pull ahead. And we don't deserve that. We have been beaten and bruised and used enough. It's not okay. It's not okay. And I'm sorry that I'm getting so passionate, guys, but the idea that someone would use one of our stories, or the idea that they would use Rosemary's story, the idea that poor Rosemary, and Mike want this story released a certain way, so that way all of her truth is coming out, but instead it's twisted and warped. Well, how many stories have been twisted and warped? Like, honestly. Oh, Pearl Snappy in the house. Y'all are the best. Pearl, I would love to talk to you. Love to talk to you. I love your sense of humor. But I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people using us as a story. I'm not a story. I'm a human being. I'm a person that's been through hell and still found a way to smile at the end of the day. I'm a person that didn't feel worthy of love, but yet found the love of my life. I'm a person that didn't feel like I had a family, and then suddenly I had a family. Now, have I been love bombed in this situation? Yes. Did I have to find out the hard way that someone was love bombing me? Yeah, absolutely. Susie, the welfare checks and the attacks were within 10 minutes. No way that was a coincidence. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like it was like a plan, an oriented plan. And you know what? I'll buy that kid a pizza. Like whatever he wants, I'm taking him to lunch. Susie, hi Liz. EMDR is eye movement and tapping. Oh, the 5 points. I've done the 5 points. Sorry, I do a lot of therapy, so I've done quite a bit. I've been doing it for 2 years. There's no electricity. I was thinking of the one, so I do apologize, but the 5 points I do use. It helps me with stress. I hope that helps. But we all have to work on things. So what do I think? I think that everyone that is listening here knows that I am not a story, knows that each of us has been through hell, and we're not a story. We're literally people. Nora, she's been through hell and she's still a person. Liz Gale, been through hell, still an amazing person. Alicia, she had to deal with so much. And everyone has a story, whether they think that their story is big enough or not. everyone's story combined together, that's when it matters. Because it's not just one story, it's multiple stories. It's multiple people that have gone through a hell of a lot of shit and sat there and tried to smile through it. Okay. Jamie Palmer, Liz, anyone who comes at you down there, just give them a look. Anyone who's ever gotten a look from their parents. Well, I've never gotten the look from my parent. I'll put it the fear of God into anyone, just saying, no, everybody you seem to not remember. Carrie knows Cariotti. That was a little bit of Bruce Lee with some Cariotti, I'm just saying. And, you know, as she puts it, she looks sexy in orange. Well, she looks sexy in everything. Okay, hold on one second. Susan P., you're not a story, but you have a story. Absolutely. I'm not a story. I'm literally a human being. If you prick me, I will bleed. If you punch me, I will bruise. You know, but no matter what, I'm still a human being that has been through hell, and it takes acknowledgement. And I will acknowledge the shit that I've gone through. I will acknowledge the shit that Serge Del Mar has gone through. Look at all of the things. And now the Squirrel Squad is going through it just because they're standing up for what's right and what's wrong. Yeah, we're not just our trauma. No, we're not just our trauma. We're not at all. Okay. Fourth quarter Fern. Yes, I am beautiful and worthy of my space here. Not really sure. You were more than welcome here. Absolutely. If anybody tells you any different, you just come visit me. Oh, EMDR is not touch assist. Yeah, and it's not a touch assist. It's literally like it's like soft points with a touch assist. Everybody, just in case you don't know, it's feel my finger. Feel my finger. Yes, I feel your finger. Feel my finger. Yes, I feel your finger. You know, there's a lot of that in a touch assist. Okay, Nerman, I've had my mobile home burned down on the 2nd of May, 2011, Clearwater, Florida by OSA workers. Oh, wow. I'm so sorry that you experienced that. That is horrible. That is absolutely horrible and deplorable. You know, it's that kind of shit that makes us stand up here and say what we're saying. A lot of people don't want to speak out, but some of us are actually speaking out and saying enough is enough. It's time those doors closed permanently. It's time they gave me back my dad. I'm not going to make a story out of it. I just want my dad. Give me my dad. You know, and if he doesn't want to be my dad, that's fine. That's on him. But I'm going to do everything within my power to get him out so that he can be part of his family again. If you do have any questions, concerns, if you want to chat, and if you don't want to mention something here, you're more than welcome to email me at savebobferris@gmail.com. I will also say, if you feel that you need a friend, if you just need to talk to someone, please reach out to me. I absolutely respond. I want everyone to know that they have someone. And if someone doesn't have a friend that they can reach out to, please reach out to me. I will do everything within my power to make sure you're okay. Mandy, I can't believe they would get the sweetest kid beaten up. It's unreal. I watched his live last night. It was a hard time going to sleep. I definitely understand that, because when I was watching it and saw the phone fly to the ground and heard the raindrops hitting it, it was disgusting. It was disgusting. Like he was some piece of meat that it's okay to beat up. No, it's not okay. And it's more and more their Scientology is showing. And I'm getting really sick of, hearing about all of these horrible things happening to really good people. Okay, not that Helen. I told Mike Brown and Rosemary that I'm so happy to know they're keeping it to themselves to share their own way. Yes. The fact that he's sharing his mother's information his own way, where he can be proud of it, she can be proud of it. This is on her. That is her choice. It's not anyone else's decision as to who shares what. We're not stories. We're not a punchline. We're human beings. Fourth quarter, because when I was like, sorry, girls, but it kind of looked like they were look like terrorists. I must have missed the beginning of that. The preface assault call starting Chris as an anti-cop. Wow, they basically guaranteed the cops wouldn't respond to Chris's 911 call. Pearls, thank you so very much. I will check it as soon as this is done. Chris fed the homeless and helps people. Too sad. Liz, I love your passion. I have a lot of it. I also have a lot of anger because of what I've gone through. But I will be goddamn if someone's going to, and I'm sorry for any religious people. I'm really sorry. But, for me, it's literally enough is enough. Enough is enough. Our childhood was enough. What we went through was enough. You taking my father from me, you not separating me from my mother, not notifying the police that I was getting the shit kicked out of me on a daily basis, that I was getting covered in scars. That is unacceptable. To sit there and look like you're helping me, that's shame on you. That's shame on you. Don't pretend to help me when you knew all about it. LAPD is not looking good. My boy is a cop. I'm not anti-cop here. I'll be completely honest. I'm not anti-cop. I believe that right now there's some people that are being twisted by the situation that are police officers. But I think that they're so worried about overtime and they're so worried about making sure that they have bills because it's expensive to live in Los Angeles. But at what point does the policing the police happen? When does that happen? Because there comes a time when you're working overtime to defend someone that doesn't deserve to be defended against. You're working overtime to what? To hurt other people, to not come to the rescue when you swore an oath. Yeah, they covered up so many crimes in Scientology. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And the crimes keep coming out. The crimes keep coming out. Listen, if you just listen, more crimes are coming out. More people had been injured besides me, besides Miriam, besides Lara, besides Serge, besides Nora, besides Liz, besides Alicia, besides Aaron. More people have been injured. Now it takes us working together as a team so that way we can get this shut down because it's enough. This is enough. And I'm sick of kids getting hurt. I'm sick of children losing their parents. Like the idea that they push for you to disconnect. Like, oh, they're not being good to you. They're not being good at all. And then if someone says, you know what, I'm not going to disconnect, you know what, then they're disconnected from. And then they're the bad guy. Okay. Sinfully Good. There are so many stories out there that we don't even know about. Absolutely. Because some people are too scared to come out. Some people are too scared to let the words cross their mouth of what they've actually experienced. Because it's traumatizing. It's traumatizing to go over the scars, the pain, the stitches, the staples. It's hard to go over that because then you go, well, why did I put up with that for so long? Why did I do this for so long? Was I really that bad? No, you don't even have to be bad. You literally just had to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And suddenly you're a human punching bag. Sorry, that one gets my goat. That one will throw me over the edge faster than anything. But don't worry, everybody, just because I have a conversation with you does not mean that I am going to lose it when we go down there. I'm going to be calm. I'm going to be rational. I'm going to have my medication. And no matter what, I thought I deserved every hit. Yeah, I got to a point where I thought I did too. No matter if it broke bones or not, I got to a point where I thought I deserved it. I was that evil. I was that horrible. I was that much of a crappy kid. Yeah. Liz, your passion is infectious. You are the perfect person to speak on this. Well, I hope so. I think everybody speaks on it the best way that they can. And I'm going to speak to it with the most passion that I possibly can because I know what it's like to be on the other side. I know what it's like to be on the side where you start to want to die. I know what it feels like to be on that side, not be able to smile, not be able to see a sunshine at the end of the day. I know what that feels like. I also know what it feels like to wish you were dead. I know what that feels like. And I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. I know what it feels like to look for the answers to questions in the bottom of a bottle. I know what it looks like looking for answers to questions in snow. None of it helped me. Pearl Snappy. Look, I'm a never in, and a body router triggered the a body router triggered the fuck out of me. I can't imagine being a survivor. You know what? And here's my thing to that. Everyone is a survivor of some form or another. Everyone's fallen for some sort of snake oil or another, whether it be a sport, whether it be a person, whether it be an abusive relationship. I promise we've all fallen for it. We've all fallen for something. Now, the trick is finding out what we've fallen for so that way we can prevent other people from falling for the same thing. And if that means that we have to sit on here and we tell everybody what's going on, then that's what we do. Skipper, how about if we all get our friends to sign a $1 billion in 1 year contract, and if they join the cult, they have to be released to you immediately, informed consent, 365 days straight? Absolutely. Yeah. I want all billion-year contracts to be abolished because there's no billion years. There's no Xenu. There's no Target 2. There's none of it. It's bull. It's a big pile of give me your fucking money. And then, oh, your kid wants to go to college? Oh, no. They want to join the Sea Org. Just let us talk to them. And they'll sit there and you'll feel like you're being interrogated. Why don't you want to join the Sea Org? Why don't you want to participate in saving the world? Why don't you want to do this? Are you out ethics? Do you truly think that you are doing the greatest good for the greatest number of dynamics if you are not participating? Yeah, it becomes a joke. It becomes you're being triggered by everything. Everyone's telling you this, that. They're going to tell you whatever it is that they think is going to get you. Whatever it is going to hook you. And as long as they can hook you with something or make you feel bad, then they're working on getting you to sign the $1 billion contract. And who lasts $1 billion years? Not very many people. Oh, gay. It's the gay in the house. Yes, I'm in a house. Jacob, yes, I love the gay. Okay, adventure comment. Never commented before this stream. I never wanted to add to someone's story or be here for you second gems. I have my own trauma and I'm a never end. So your voice resonates with me. I'm with you. Well, thank you so very much. And if you ever want to talk, I've been through hell. If you ever want to talk to someone, definitely let me know. You can always reach me at savebobferris@gmail.com. Okay. I lost my mind at these creepy booksellers. Linda, the Big Red. Yeah, it's quite disgusting. The idea that they would even twist elderly people into giving up their life savings. So what? So that their only option is to die, so that way their children can afford it. No, they will sit there and they will max out every elderly person's credit card, and they will max out anyone that starts to feel a win. But here's the trick. If you tell someone there's water on the other side of that mountain and they're thirsty and they find the water, then they're grateful for the person that said you'll find the water on the other side of the mountain. The trick about it is, everyone, you could have just walked. You don't need some twisted religion or cult to tell you where to find water, where to find happiness, where to find self-esteem, self-respect. You don't need a cult to do that. You're amazing. You are amazing just the way you are. You are loved just the way you are. Okay, Manny McGee, gay all day. All day. I'm gay all day. Okay, Jamie, comment at the All the bad cops give the amazing ones a horrible name. It's sad because most cops are good and never ask for the negative attention. There's probably so many good cops there, but at the same time, they are being outweighed by the ones that want to sit there and say, "Oh my God, like Scientology! Oh my God, like they give me such a pretty paycheck," and you know what? I just had to sit there and not let these kids tell what they went through when they were in. Yeah, let's be real. But let's call for accountability. Let's call for people to actually be accountable. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. For me personally, that one sucks. That one's the stuff that nightmares are made of. Brave, nice to see you. Anne, put all your gay amoeba all over them. Yeah, I'm gonna sneeze and be like, "You caught the gay. You can no longer be a Scientologist. You're the gay now. You're the gay." Okay, Mandy, trigger warning. This live contains material of highly sensitive nature, including child abuse and SA. You may be triggered for some individuals. Please take care of yourself. Yes. And if you at all ever need to step away, or if I ever say something, please just let me know. It's a part of life. Not what people have gone through, but being respectful of others is a part of life. It's what we need to do. Yes, Mandy, thank you so much for that. Fourth quarter Fern, I'm not going to sit here and let people like you. Wait a minute. So I'm not going to sit here and let people like you. My question was, where would they bury the where would they bury the survivors? How much you don't bury survivors? Not really sure about that one. So I'm not going to sit here and let people like you. My question was, where would they bury the survivors? How much they don't buy survivor? Honey, can you come read this? Okay. Says, so I'm not going to sit here and let people like you or people like you. My question was, where would they bury the survivors? How much you don't bury survivors? I don't understand it. You don't get it either. Okay, we'll go on. If you can explain that further, Fern, I would appreciate it. Oh, inappropriate heifer. I didn't understand that either. Okay, I was just making sure. I'm confused. Okay, just definitely let me know. Okay. Yadra, we don't either. Okay. I'm confused by the question comment as well. Okay, so it wasn't just me. You can't bury a live person. Yes, you can, because a lot of us feared that. I was one of them. You know, it wouldn't have taken much for the holes that we were digging for them to just put us in there and then, you know, yeah. Okay. Yes. I will say this. I did not know Doug, but you know what? He had a voice and I liked listening to it. And he had so many things that he had been through, that he knew about, that he talked about, that he was open about, that he was literally letting everyone know about. And for that, we lost a great voice. We absolutely lost a great voice. Okay. Retired Red. Liz, the fourth quarter Fern. Sorry, I'm 5 beers in and just wanted to say people will trick you even on the internet. Yes, people will. Because you know what? I had someone, I'll be honest with you guys. I know that, you know, it's getting close to an hour. I had someone message me and tell me they knew my father. And I was so grateful. And I tried to talk to the person. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. He did not want to talk to me. He wanted to handle me. The first question out of his mouth was, "You didn't get any wins from auditing? You didn't get any wins from your courses?" The instant he said that, I knew that right there, he is not even trying to give me information about my dad. Because that hurt. If you have information about my dad, give me the information. No, I didn't experience any wins in Scientology. I did not. I, that man can eat a bag of dicks for all I care. And literally, that's all I can say to that. So I'm going to be a lot more cautious. But yeah, I will not sit there and have someone tell me they know about my dad and then try to sit there and handle me. So thank you so very much to that person. But
Dan Locke,
eat a bag of dicks. Yeah, that's a dick move. It's a dick move for someone that's trying to get their dad out. It's a dick move. Okay. Oh, that's right. Hi, Amanda. I love that people are saying hi to Red. Always say hi to Red. She has been an amazing mon, and Mandy's here, and I don't have a lot of mods, everybody. I am little old me. Little old me. That's it. Just me. Bambino? Okay, well, I was going to close you guys out on hearing some Husky, but instead, I'm going to answer a question real quick. Okay, Dreamscape, 40 years psych RN here. Don't do anything with electricity. Yeah, I don't. I don't want to. It does not sound fun, but thank you. And thank you so very much for being a mental health nurse. I will tell you that, now I don't know her last name, but when I was in the mental health facility, there was a lady, an RN named Liliana. And she was absolutely amazing and caring and compassionate. And you know what? For what you guys deal with, my hat's off to you. Thank you so much for being there. And I know you weren't one of the nurses that were there for me, but you know what? Thank you. Thank you for being there for other people. Okay, making sure I get everybody, making sure I don't miss any questions. Okay, Scientology, despite all the scientific research and all the evidential proof, otherwise, still believes that they are somehow born more equal than others. Yeah, they believe that they're better. So I wouldn't say equal. They believe they're better than others. And that's one thing that I didn't like. I didn't like that I was supposed to be better than someone else, because I'm not. I'm not better than someone else. My pain is not worse than someone else's. It's still pain. It doesn't matter what it is, and I'm not better than anyone. Okay. Are you going to LA the same weekend the Austin org is opening? Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, Mandy, you're amazing. It's the purple hair. It's the purple hair. I'm telling you, everybody. Okay. Matt, have a great night, Liz. Can't wait for the end of the month with you and the rest of the crew in LA. That's right. We are going to be there cheering for everybody, cheering to keep doors closed and to let people know it's a cult. And this is what happens inside of a cult. This is what happens. And if we can reach one person, I'm happy with that. If we can reach one person each, I'm ecstatic. If we can get 10 people to leave, that's phenomenal. Well, thank you so very much, everybody. Oh, won't everybody be in Boston? Not that I'm aware of, because they still have to staff the orgs. And you know what? There's plenty of orgs there. You have Bridge Publications, you have the Pack Base, you have Celebrity Center, you have, the HGB. There's quite a few places that we could do that too. So, and I want to meet the Squirrel Squad. I want to tell them thank you, because what they've done is bring light to what we're trying to do. So thank you so very much, everybody. I would end this on a husky howl, but he's not here. So I do want to say thank you so very, very much. Oh, hold on. No, it's me and Austin. I'll be holding it down. Pearl's got this. That's right. Pearl's got this. If you have not yet subscribed to Pearl, go ahead and subscribe. She's got Austin. She's taking care of Austin. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. I love you all. Thank you so very much for all the help, the care, and compassion that you've done. Thank you so very much. And if again I missed anybody, I'm so sorry. DM's office, right? If I missed anybody, please email me. I'm so sorry. That was never my intention. And thank you so very much for being here. And thank you for all the help. I love you all. Thank you so much. I'll race you to the comments.